Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive. It is time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week, we are heading to Modern to play one of my all-time favorite jank creatures, and that is Stuffy Doll. We're playing a bunch of different super sweet Stuffy Doll combos. So let's talk about our spicy Stuffy Doll deck. Jump into some games, see it in action. All right, so here is our super sweet Stuffy Doll combo deck, and it starts with our 8 Stuffy Dolls. We got OG Stuffy Doll in the new and some ways improved Stuffy Doll Brash Taunter. Really, these cards work the same in their deck. Either one of them 5-mana indestructible creatures that when they are dealt damage, deal that much damage to our opponent. So what we want to do is play Stuffy Doll. We want to damage our own Stuffy Doll and throw that damage at our opponent's face to win the game. We got 2 different combos that can win the game. Stuffy Twin style 2-card combos. One of them's 2.5 cards, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Of course, for this to work, we got to get our expensive cards on the battlefield. Stuffy Doll and Brash Taunter, the biggest downside is they cost 5 mana. Modern's a fast format, so we need some ramp to get them on the battlefield quickly. For this, we turn to Celestis. Celestis, just on turn 3, we cast it. On turn 4, we can untap, we get the extra mana, cast a Stuffy Doll or Brash Taunter. Also, the ability to loot and gain life is kind of relevant. One of our combos cares about us having more life than our opponent. We also have the combo of Cleansing Wildfire with Flagstones of Tokyo or Cascading Cataracts. If we Cleansing Wildfire either of those lands, we get to tutor a land into play and it cantrips, essentially making it a upgraded red giant growth. So another way to speed into our big, expensive game-winning play. So how do we actually win the game with this deck? Well, combo 1, it's a pretty straightforward one. Stuffy Doll into Star of Extinction, 20 damage to everything, including the Stuffy Doll. When Stuffy takes 20, it deals 20 to our opponent. So this is the Stuffy Twin combo, essentially a 2-card combo that kills our opponent from their starting life total. Then we have my favorite combo in the deck, involving one of my favorite weird creatures in Magic, which is Volcano Helion. Volcano Helion, a 4-mana 6/5 that has Echo equal to our life total, so it rarely stays on the battlefield. The big deal is, when it comes into play, it deals any amount of damage to us and to a creature of our choice. That damage can't be prevented. So this does a couple of different things. First, we can play a Stuffy Doll, we can play a Volcano Helion, we can choose 1,000,000 damage, deal 1,000,000 to Stuffy Doll, kill our opponent. The problem is, we probably don't have 1,000,000 life. So Volcano Helion's gonna kill us before our opponent dies. However, if we have a higher life total, let's say we're at 20, our opponent cracked a fetch land, so they're at 19, we can play a Volcano Helion, choose to deal 19 damage to us into our Stuffy Doll, and then our opponent's going to take 19, they're going to lose the game. So this is a 2-card combo that works if we have the higher life total, which is why the Celestis and Lightning Helix are helpful. We also have another card that turns this into an infinite damage combo. Gideon's Sacrifice, for 1 mana instant speed, lets us choose a creature or planeswalker, and all the damage that would be dealt to us this turn is dealt to that permanent instead. And remember, Volcano Helion, it says the damage can't be prevented. It doesn't say it can't be redirected. We're not preventing the damage, we're just shifting it to something else. So we can play a Stuffy Doll. The next turn, Volcano Helion plus Gideon Sacrifice. This lets us choose 1,000,000 for the damage that Volcano Helion will deal. It's going to deal 1,000,000 damage to Stuffy Doll. It's also going to deal 1,000,000 damage to us, but thanks to Gideon Sacrifice, the 1,000,000 to us actually goes to Stuffy Doll as well, and then all that damage is thrown at our opponent's face to win the game. So if we're at a higher life total, Stuffy Doll, Volcano Helion 2-card combo. If we're not at a higher life total, if you throw Gideon Sacrifice into the mix, then it becomes an infinite damage combo. As far as the rest of the deck, Fury and Lightning Helix kind of do double duty. The main reason they're in our deck is to kill our opponent's stuff, but they also can hit our Stuffy Doll and hit our Brash Taunter for damage if we end up on the slow drain you out of the game plan and not on one of the combo kills. Mana base wise, we got some MDFCs, we got the stuff we're trying to blow up a Cleansing Wildfire, we got some mana fixing. In the sideboard, pretty straightforward. Blood Moon for land style decks, for Tron decks, for Primeval Titan decks, Rest in Peace for graveyard decks, Chalice the Void for the Cascade combo decks, also some aggro decks, Prismatic Ending, Catch-All removal spell, and that is Stuffy Doll combo for Modern. That's our Against the Odds deck for this week, and this one's pretty sweet. So let's jump in some games, see Stuffy Doll and friends in action. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with the wrap up. Need some new Innistrad Midnight Hunt cards? Well, you can order them now from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Against the Odds time, we are Stuffy Dolling in Modern, and yeah, we don't have a Stuffy Doll, but we got some ramp, which is nice. We can Cleansing Wildfire Flagstones to ramp, Celestis to ramp, and then I guess if we don't draw anything, we can potentially Valakut Awakening to find something good. Well, Sacred Foundry tapped, go. Kind of liking the Celestis if it sticks on the battlefield. Sacred Foundry for our opponent, untapped, and Esper Sentinel. All right. Well, unfortunately, our opponent's going to get to draw a card here, but I think this is worth it. Cleansing Wildfire. Yeah. Draw your card, friend. But we get to get 2 lands. So Cleansing Wildfire, yes. Get a Plains. Flagstones of Trokir, yes. Get a Sacred Foundry. Pass the turn. Still need some Stuffy Dolls. I like that we have a lot of removal though. Sacred Foundry untapped and more Sentinels. Opponent hits us, sure. Down to 19. Ooh, that's a Fury. Okay, so Valakut Awakening tapped. And yeah, I just gotta pass. I would like to play the Celestis, but we can't let our opponent draw 2 cards. We're just gonna pass, leave up our Lightning Helix if something goes really wrong, and plan on next turn hard casting this Fury to sweep away the Sentinels. Opponent goes to combat, hits us, sure. Down to 17. Ranger Captain of Eos. Is it worth letting our opponent draw a card to kill this Ranger? Lavamancer. Actually, I think what we do is untap Flagstones, and we'll just hardcast Fury. And maybe we just kill, yeah, let's just kill the Ranger and a Sentinel. That seems fine. Pass the turn. Still need to find us a Stuffy Doll. I like that we have 2 Lightning Helixes in hand. Seems very good against our opponent's Boros aggro deck. Ship the turn. Ghost Quota. You know, getting Strip Mine would be annoying if they have Arbiter. Wow, okay, opponent evokes a Fury. I mean, this is good for us. Ah, okay. Ephemerate. So this is less good. So opponent gets to keep the Fury. Goes to combat. Down to 16. Huh. Actually, let's Lightning Helix the Fury. Pay the 1. Shatter Skull Smashing untapped. Celestis. Go. So we can Valakut Awakening to try to find a Stuffy Doll. Wow. Okay, sure. I mean, we got plenty of basics, so this is not a huge issue. I guess we get a Plains just in case there turns on our Lightning Helix too. Brought back the Fury. Well, okay. Helix it. Back up to 19. Oh, come on, Stuffy Doll. Come on, Stuffy Doll. Opponent. We are running out of removal. Oh, there goes our Celestis. Okay. We did have plans for that. Opponent goes attacking, hits us. Down to 18. 1, 2, 3. Valakut Awakening. Pay the 1. Bottom, draw 2. Any order. I'll pass the turn. Still no Stuffy Doll. Opponent taps. I mean, opponent's getting low on cards. If we can smashing both of them, that'd be pretty good. All right, gonna draw a few cards. Showdown of the Scalds. What do they hit? That's the big question. Ballista, Fury, Solitude, and Showdown of the Scalds. Oh, thankfully our opponent can't evoke them. Goes to combat, hits us. Ugh, another Showdown of the Scalds is a bit of an issue though. Down to 15. We'd even take a Star of Extinction at some point. 1, 2, well, all right. Shatter Skull Smashing. 1 and 2. Pay the 1. Get a token. Pass the turn. We have answered things again. I'm assuming our opponent's just showdowning again since that seems to offer the most value. We'll see. Opponent. Land. So I guess they can showdown Ballista. Gotta hope they don't hit another brought back. Being able to brought back the showdown and draw 4 more, that would be bad. Okay, wow. Okay, we're kind of fine with this. We would much rather see this than our opponent drawing more cards with Showdown. Cast a Ballista to put a counter on the Fury. I mean, we got the answer. We can double Lightning Helix, so we still have a way to kill it. Opponent passes. Cleansing Wildfire. 1, 2, blow this up. Well, all right, so blow up the Flagstones. Get a couple lands. Draw a Sacred Foundry again. All right, last Sacred Foundry. And then Helix Fury. How have we not found a single Stuffy Doll in 22 cards past the turn? They gotta be coming. Opponent cracks the Marsh Flats. Well, we're basically both out of action at the moment. Opponent, what do they find? Hopefully not brought back or another Showdown. Those are the scary cards. Showdown triggers. What did they draw? Oh my god, another Fury. Okay, we need to draw something relatively soon. One of our 8 Stuffy Dolls would be wonderful for the time being. We draw. Well, Shatter Skull Smashing. We gotta be about out of lands, right? How many? We've thinned our deck pretty well. oh no. Oh no, we're gonna die because of that. Wow, that's unfortunate. That was a misclick. Wow. That's what I get for playing so much Arena recently. It's different on Moto than on Arena. Opponent, legend. Well, we're taking 6 a turn. We should be taking 0 a turn. That is really, really rough. Yeah, that Fury should 1,000,000% be dead here. All right, well, we got a ton of good top decks. We don't have that many lands to find, but we're running out of time. That was not what we were trying to hit. Opponent going to hit us with the Fury for 6. We draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we can kill the Fury. You know what? We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait one more turn. Pass the turn. About it. Untaps. Because this is a combo piece with Gideon Sacrifice if we ever find a Stuffy Doll. About it. The downside is if our opponent finds something like Ephemerate, it's pretty bad for us. Hits us for 6. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Down to 9. We draw. Stuffy Doll, please. All right, that counts. Brash Taunter. That's a Stuffy Doll. We have the combo. Infinite damage next turn. Wow, are we gonna overcome our punt? Well, I mean, it's a good lesson. When you misclick, when you punt, when something goes wrong, you just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep going and not let it compound. Opponent untaps. Solitude would be a blowout. Uh-oh. Wow, was that really the, oh my goodness, we're dead. That is super unfortunate. Well, that misclick is going to cost us the game, unfortunately. That is a brutal one. Opponent goes to combat. Yeah, I mean, because we'd be at 20, we'd still be over 20 life if that Shatter Skull Smashing worked. Down to 7, down to 4. Untap. We draw Brash Taunter. Well, we're going to try again with the Brash Taunter. Pass the turn. Oh, it took forever, but finally finding Stuffy Dolls. We'll see what our opponent's got. Untaps. I mean, we still have the combo. Ephemerate's bad for us. That beats us. Another Solitude beats us. Opponent goes to combat. Because we can take the Solitude hit and just block the Fury. Opponent attacks with both. Well, we will block the Fury. Hit you to 12. We're going to go to 1. Okay, opponent, come on, deck, hold. Opponent passes. Is this gonna work? I feel like if they could have killed the Brash Taunter, they would have, because then they just win. Valakut Awakening. Choose creature or planeswalker you control. All damage that would be dealt to you this turn is dealt to. All right, so Volcano Helion. Come on, can we overcome ourselves and the pun and still pick up the win? Volcano Helion will target Brash Taunter. We are going to Gideon Sacrifice. Targeting Brash Taunter. We are going to choose a high number, a very high number. 1 billion. I guess it maxes at 200. So 200 to Brash Taunter. Oh, it worked. Not as cool as 2 billion, but we got there and we overcame our opponent and we actually pulled off the Gideon Sacrifice combo. Ooh. That was actually kind of spectacular. Wow. We almost died to that Fury that dodged the Shatter Skull Smashing due to our own misclicks, misplays, whatever. But we got there in the end and pulled off one of our harder to pull off combos. Opponent disconnected. Does that mean they're done? Does that mean they're just done? Did they just scoop up this entire match? We're gonna run it back. We'll see. Maybe they reconnect, but that was a good one. We might have janked our opponent right out of their desire to play Magic. I mean, I guess you can't blame them. It's not every day you get Gideon's Intervention, Volcano Helion, Stuffy Doll comboed. Ooh, we tried to give it our way and our Stuffy Doll just said no. No. Not gonna let you lose. Well, we'll keep. This end actually looks pretty good. Looks like our opponent did not actually disconnect. That might be Moto being Moto. Opponent as per Sentinel. Flagstones, go. Opponent, Ghost Quarter, and it's us. Sure. Question's gonna be if we Cleansing Wildfire here. Opponent Cleansing Wildfires. Blows up their Ghost Quarter, okay. Sure. Well, I guess we give them a card. Never great to give our opponent a card, but totally worth it. Yeah, you get a card, unfortunately. Cannot pay the 1, as much as we'd like to. I never pay the 1 in Commander, but in Constructed, I always pay the 1. Or always want to, at least. All right, we'll get a couple lands. Pass the turn. Well, we got multiple Stuffy Dolls in hand, which is sweet. We could Volcano Helion away the Sentinel if we needed to. Yeah, I don't know about that blowing up the Ghost Quarter line. All it does is cycle. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Opponent, Cleansing Wildfires us. Our opponent must just have a ridiculous amount of Cleansing Wildfires in hand, I guess. Draws a card. Oh, no land? It's us. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just pass. I think we'll just pass in Valakut Awakening. I think that's fine. I was thinking about Volcano Helioning, but I don't think it's worth it. Because if we get a land, we can just Fury. I guess we could have just played this. That might have been better, just to play Valakut Awakening as a land, and then we know we get to Fury next turn. About it. Did you find a land? Yes. Goes to combat. Going to hit us. Sure. Down to 17. Another Sentinel. Well, okay. 1, 2, 3. Valakut Awakening. Pay the 1. Volcano Helium bottom. Star of Extinction bottom. Yeah, it's fine. Draw 3. Any order. All right, there's lands. That's good. About it passes. Well, Sacred Foundry. Untapped. And Fury. Get rid of the Sentinels. Okay. So opponent's going to Ephemera to Sentinel. That's fine. Ship the turn. I mean, we're the one with the Fury. And we got Stuffy coming. And Brash Taunter. Ephemerate. No casting. Ooh, Boros Reckoner, that's spicy. Well, I guess we're not casting Star of Extinction. Solitude. So opponent's just going aggro, I guess. Gets rid of the Fury. Goes to combat, hits us for 1. Down to 17. Play a Stuffy Doll. Target you. Valakut Awakening, go. I haven't seen a Reckoner in a while. I considered Reckoner for this deck. Ranger Captain. Oh, wow. Oh, we need to find a way to get our opponent for like A damage. Another Sentinel. Oh, please attack us. I think this means we win because we get to block with the Stuffy Doll. Hit our opponent for 3. Wow, this means we get to exactly win with, with Volcano Alien. Cast it. Stuffy Doll. 16. No. 15. 15. Wow. Almost threw that one away hilariously. 15. Down to 1. Stuffy Doll. Chip for 15. I can't believe this. Did we break Modern? Did we break Modern with Brash Taunters and Stuffy Dolls? This deck is working. This deck is really, actually, oddly, somehow, against all the odds, actually weirdly competitive. Sweet. Wow. Against the odds time, we are Stuffy Dolling in Modern this week. Trying to get him with the Stuffy Doll. And, we'll see what our opponent's up to. Hopefully not Control. I think Control is our hardest matchup by far. All right, I guess this is fine. Couple of lands. If we get to the Celestis, that can ramp us into Stuffy Doll. So we'll keep. We will put I guess Stuffy Doll. It feels weird, but I think we actually put Stuffy Doll to the bottom. Because we have the Brash Taunter, and we can pitch that to Fury in a pinch. And it does what Stuffy does. Opponent. Polluted Delta. Cracks it. Oh, it's a mill deck. Interesting. Well, Flagstones, we did hit the land, which is nice. We are just going to kill the Ruin Crab. Pass the turn. Well, we're going to have to do it the hard way. Mill decks are probably not going to be damaging us. More crabs. And Shelduck Isle for the milling. We don't really have any mill tech. All right. Mills of Helion, 2 lands. Now, Sacred Foundry, untapped. Celestis, go. I mean, I guess we can just Fury away the crab next turn. That's not horrible. Untaps. Well, we would like to find a Volcano Helion. That would be the best. Volcano Helion lets us combo with this Brash Taunter. Wow, passes. All right, so we get to transform and loot. That's actually kind of sweet. Discard Cleansing Wildfire. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Play Fury? Trying to play around the counter with the Brash Taunter. About it. Remands. All right, well, pass the turn. Can try it again next turn. Celestis seems sweet at the moment. Oh my god, another crab. Oh my goodness. And another land. Oh, that's real bad. Real bad. All right, opponent mills a bunch of stuff. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, those are not... Apparently those are the 2 cards our opponent drew. A land and the Ruin Crab off the remand in their draw step. Well, Fury. Again. Are you countering us again? Actually, we can flip it. Yeah, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fury, take 2. Opponent. All right, it resolves this time. So kill a crab, ping a crab. Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass the turn. Still has a crab. Well, we got rid of 2 Ruin Crabs so far. All right, opponent pass. We'll grab a land. This Archive Trap time. Yeah, okay, bunch milling, down to 26. And that's gonna turn the Shelduck. Yeah, we're actually kind of in a rough spot. Visions of Beyond to refuel. All right. About it untaps. Yeah, Mill might be a tough matchup, especially Mill that's super controlling with a bunch of counter spells and paths. Pass a card that's out of fashion to some extent in Modern. Really good against Stuffy Dolls. About it in the tank. We might be on the timeout plan. Opponent is playing at a timeout pace. I mean, I guess it doesn't probably matter if you're playing Mill, but finds another land. I mean, also slightly unfortunate that our opponent just drew a bunch of lands in a row. Tasha's hideous laughter. Well, play a Stuffy Doll. Target our opponent. Wow. Actually untaps at a fairly reasonable pace this turn. Perhaps our opponent has awoken from their slumber. Fractured Sanity. All right. Yeah, Mill is probably a pretty tough matchup for us to win, especially Mill that's playing Path. We have kind of nothing for this deck. Blood Moon I don't think does enough. We might actually just be running it back. I mean, Prismatic Ending might be better than Fury. It does kill crabs for 1 mana. All right, run it like that. But yeah, I think Control is probably the hardest matchup for our deck. They can just kind of counter everything. All right, we're on the play. And, well, I mean, we're going to keep. Technically, we have Stuffy Doll Star of Extinction. Going to take a little bit of mana for us to actually get there, but tap land go. About it. Untaps. Eluded Delta. Cracks it. Island. Crab. Hopefully our opponent draws somewhat less crabs this game. Actually, now that we do the Prismatic Ending, maybe we're fine with them drawing more crabs. All right, kill it. Pass the turn. I mean, you can see the win. You can see the win floating around in hand. There is a pathway to victory. Opponent land and passes. We will play a Valakut Awakening. Go. Not really any reason to Cleansing Wildfire at the moment until we find a way to combo with it. Could also kill one of our opponent's lands. Opponent mills us a little bit. More crabs. And a fetch land to do some milling. Ugh. All right, 3 lands. We wouldn't have minded drawing those. Opponent passes. Now we will Prismatic Ending the crab. Opponent cracks. Gets an island. Mills us. Remans. Well, we don't actually have another white source. So tap land. Yeah, pass the turn. Oh, we have even a faster kill now with Stuffy Doll Volcano Helion. The question's gonna be, can we resolve it? That is the issue. That is the problem. Opponent. Field of Ruin. Mills us. And activates Field of Ruin. Mills us. And Archive Trap. Mills us. And Visions of Beyond to draw a bunch more cards. And it finds So opponent draws a whole new hand, and I think we're probably pretty dead here. If we draw an untap land, there's some world where like a literal miracle happens, but we're hoping for literal miracles at this point. Opponent. Well, that is a land. Boom. Stuffy Doll. What do you say, opponent? The problem is, because our opponent just drew 6 cards. If they didn't just draw 6 cards, I would kind of like where we're at. But because they drew 6 cards, it's likely they can either straight up kill us here, or they can interact with what we're trying to do, which also kills us. Another crab. And a white source. Untapped. Mills us. So close against the annoying mill deck. Ashiok. Opponent. Representing a path. Exiles us. Wow. Risky, but sure. Well, it's unfortunate that their Visions of Beyond worked. All right, well, that's power drawn 6 cards. Against the odds time, we are Stuffy Dolling in Modern this week. And Sand has a lot of lands, but we do have the Valakut Awakening. We probably keep it. It is a pretty land-hungry archetype. I mean, Stuffy Doll does cost a lot of mana. We will keep. Force our opponent. And passes. Hell, there's a Star of Extinction. That is a combo, if we can get to it. Sacred Foundry tapped. Go. So Cleansing Wildfire, probably our best draw. Overgrown Tomb. Inquisition. Well, without this Valakut Awakening, this hand does a lot less than we were hoping. Well, Flagstones. Opponent's got a draw step stop set for some reason. No idea why. So we need a Stuffy Doll. We need to dodge Thought Seizes. And we need a bunch more mana. Well, play a Shatter Skull Smashing tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Roiling Regrowth. Interesting. I have kind of no idea what our opponent's up to. Gets a couple swamps. Takes a little end step nap. Untaps. And passes. Flagstones. Sack of Flagstones. Tutor out a land. Oh yeah, we were leaning pretty hard on that Valakut Awakening. That was our way to filter away these lands, and now we're just mostly peeling land into land into land, which isn't great. Utopia Sprawl. I mean, if our opponent's playing some sort of Death Cloud deck, we're probably in a smidge of a awkward spot here. Passes. My God, it's another land. Play a play. Holy lands. Play a place. Boy, you needed that Valakut Awakening. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 13. I mean, one of them, I guess, was with the Flagstones, but still, that is wild. Opponent Death Clouds. Well, we will discard Star of Extinction, Shatter Skull Smashing, Lightning Helix. We will sack 3 lands. Well, I mean, I guess we have so many lands and we have done so little of anything that we actually sort of can survive this Death Cloud. This Death Cloud. Opponent passes. Interesting. Do we Cleansing Wildfire the Flagstones? Or do we blow up this? I kind of think we just blow up this Utopia Sprawl land. I mean, opponent does not have much mana. Ooh, there's Tawny. All right, pass the turn. It does get got by Death Cloud, but we're making strides. We're making strides. Opponent, we're going 2. Tapped. Passes. Oh, I like the Celestis. We might just play that first. Let's play Celestis. Sunbait Canyon. Go. This lets us potentially, are we gonna win this through the Death Cloud? That would be wild. I mean, we're super far ahead on mana. Opponent passes. Day becomes night. We get to loot. Discard a mountain. Play a Brash Taunter. Planes, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, Star of Extinction off the top is lethal. Helion off the top is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we can actually sack this land too. Let's sack the canyon, draw a card. Cataracts. Oh my, jeez. That is a huge number of lands that have been drawn. Cataracts. Hit you for 1. Okay, we're doing it the old-fashioned way. The old Stuffy Doll beatdown. Top deck's Liliana of the Veil. That's kind of an insane top deck. Now, 1, 2, and 3. Loot with the Celestis. Oh, you can only... Oh, Celestis. Okay. We do not loot with the Celestis. We lose our Brash Taunter. Now, okay. 1, 2, 3. Valakut Awakening. Put 2 lands to the bottom. Draw some cards. I mean, we're going to stop drawing lands because we just don't have lands left in our deck to draw. Let's loot. Discard Gideon, sacrifice, pass the turn. Okay. Opponent needs a lot of Thought Seizes, I think. Field of Ruin. We have 2 answers to the Liliana. Oh, so we found our action, but our opponent found the Liliana to get rid of our Stuffy Doll. So we need... This is going to be interesting. Opponent. Turok. Couldn't kick it. Ticks up. We'll discard the Volcano Helion. Okay. Gets a counter. Passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fury. 2 to Turok, 2 to Lily. Kill them both. Pass the turn. Come on, Stuffy. Come on, Stuffy Doll. We got the Star of Extinction. Can we find the Stuffy Doll? We get to loot for it. Stuffy? Yes, please. That's Stuffy. Discard the sacrifice. Stuffy Doll. Target you. Hit you with the Fury. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get there. Through a Death Cloud. Through a Death Cloud. Opponent down to 8. No Thought Seizes. Passing. And... Oh my goodness, opponent. That does take away the Star of Extinction combo, but we got to back up. One of the reasons we're playing Fury is we can Fury our own Stuffy Doll and get face damage out of it. We talked about it during spoiler season, and I mean, Fury ended up being a lot better than I expected, and I think some other people do, but it would be great if it could go face. This card would be insane. Well, in a Stuffy Doll deck, it can kind of go face because you can hit the Stuffy Doll, and we overcame the Death Cloud and picked up the win. That was pretty good. Bad news is, I don't know what we really have to bring in against this deck. I guess the good news is, Flagstones is kind of naturally good against Death Cloud. Prismatic Ending, probably not doing enough. Blood Moon, they got a lot of basics. Chalice, no. Yeah, run it back. We are on the draw for game number 2. Stuffy Doll versus Death Cloud. Actually a pretty sweet matchup. 2 decks that I really like. Jank Mirror. I mean, we'll keep this. One way to get around Death Cloud is to ramp enough that it's not really good against you. All right, so well, let's see what they thought sees. Takes Cleansing Wildfire. Probably a good choice. Shatter Skull Smashing. Tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Tap land. And more Thought Seizes. Well, there you go. This Valakut Awakening is just never going to resolve against this deck, apparently. The bad news in this matchup is they have a lot of stuff that can make us sacrifice our Stuffy Dolls. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Turok. Do we need to Fury this? We'd have to pitch Star of Extinction. The problem is if they untap and Thoughtseize it, it could just beat us. On the other hand, they've already cast 2. Well, play Cataracts. Are we gonna wait? Yeah, let's wait. I don't know, this is risky. A little bit of a risky line. Oh, they draw the land, okay. It's so much better if we can hard cast it. Would you like to Field of Ruin our Cataracts? All right, they're gonna Field of Ruin our Sacred Foundry. I mean, that's mostly fine. I assume they're trying to get a land for Liliana. We'll take a Plains. Yeah, it gets the Swamp. Inquisition. All right, might as well cast it. It doesn't really make a difference. This is actually, it's weird to cast this for 0 value, but it's better than discarding it because discarding it grows a Turok. So it actually is technically the correct play to just run it out and not let our opponent grow their Turok. About it, Pat. No attacks, interesting. No, Sacred Foundry tapped. Oh, Liliana's so bad for us. Well, pass the turn. Definitely worried about Liliana. Liliana. Yeah, well, that is what we were worried about. Ticks up. We will discard Star of Extinction. So I think the Turok's gonna get to live. Wow, Creeping Corrosion. Spicy. So I think the Turok's gonna get to live and we're gonna kill the Liliana. Mountain. Fury. Kill the Liliana. Pass the turn. Shatter Skull Smashing could be good. Verdant Catacombs. Like, Smashing could kill the Turok. Opponent passes. I'll go to combat. Attack you. Opponent takes it. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brash Taunter. Shatter Skull Smashing. Go. About it. Okay, gonna get some lands. They might just be setting up for the Death Cloud, although even this is not like really the end of the world. They can Death Cloud for 2. It's a bummer because we lose both of our creatures, but I think we end up ahead on lands at least if they Death Cloud X2. Wow, Treetop. Oh, opponent. Can you kill the Taunter? Are you attacking into the Taunter? All right, well, we will block. I guess we only get to deal 1 because it has Trample, but still. Ping ya. Down to 8. Opponent passes. Wow, we're 1 land away. 1, 2. Well, Cleansing Wildfire. Blow up the Treetop Village. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent does block. Well, we'll fight to get in some damage. All right, pass the turn. If they got Death Cloud, they got to cast it or they're dead. We could have blown up our own Cataracts to ramp. Little worried about the Treetop Village surviving a Death Cloud. Opponent, untap land. Here it comes. Oh, Grave. Oh, okay. Well, this is actually kind of hilariously fine because we can just taunt it. Grave Titan, you hit like a kobold, bud. Brash Taunter is kind of hilarious. Well, yeah. How about we do a little fighting and 6 ya. Got him. Whew. Well, maybe this deck's actually like kind of good-ish. That was pretty sweet. Sweet. Against the odds time, we are Stuffy Dolling in Modern this week, and all right, we're gonna keep this. Gonna need another land to get to Celestis and also dodge whatever discard this Lurus deck is playing. But, we technically have the full combo. Stuffy Doll, Volcano Helion, Gideon Sacrifice. Like, if we can get to it and resolve it, that is a win. Opponent Mishra's Bubble. Rax, it takes a peek. Serum Vigilance. All right, so appears to be some sort of control deck. Opponent draws an extra card. More Zealous, but still need that land. Opponent Misty Rainforest. Cracks it. Watery Grave untap. Could be Death Shadow. And Wishclaw Talisman. All right, some sort of combo deck land? No. Oh, God. Pass the turn. Not looking good. We needed that land. Ay. We really needed that land. Lotus Field. Oh, golly. Okay. Dead? Wishclaw Talisman. Yeah, I assume they win here. So we get the Wishclaw. Twiddle. Untaps. Oh, boy. Untaps. Wishes. Did our opponent punt? I don't think they can play Underworld Breach and play a Twiddle. I feel like they're 1 mana short. All right, mills a bunch of cards. All right, so our opponent did punt. Our opponent punted, but it doesn't really matter because we can't really do anything about it. Untaps. Lotus Field. Pluto Delta. Cracks it. Watery Grave untapped. Down to 14. I don't think we can Wishclaw Talisman because if we give our opponent the ability to tutor again, we definitely are going to lose. Yeah, they got another one. Inquisition. Well, I think we're just dead now. Fair enough. About it passes. Do we draw land? No. All right. Well, sometimes you play Magic, sometimes you don't play Magic. This was one of the don't play Magic games. We gave, no matter how much our opponent punts, it just doesn't really matter. Well, we're going to bring in every hate card possible. Go down all the creature removal, because I don't think our opponent even has creatures to remove. Go down all the creature removal. Go in as much hate as possible. Go down 2 Star of Extinctions. Go down 1 Brash Taunter. Run it like that. All right, here we go. Rest in Peace is good. Blood Moon is good. Chalice of the Void is something at least. So we have some hate if we can stick it. We get to play first. All right, we'll keep. We'll keep because Chalice on 1 is hopefully good against our opponent's deck. Hopefully we don't get hit by discard. Tap land, go. Polluted Delta for our opponent. Passes. Well, Cascading Cataracts. Chalice on 1. Pass the turn. Oh no. Oh no. Watery Grave. Tapped. Okay. Chalice on 1 shuts down, I think, all of the Twiddles, or at least most of the Twiddles. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Passes. I'll play a Plains. Celestis. Pass the turn. I mean, in theory, we have the Stuffy Doll Volcano Healing combo. If we can stay ahead on life, which does mean Steam. Okay, Steam Vent's untapped. About it. Gets Luris. Well, we'll see. Opponent pass. We're just going for it. We're just going for it. Celestis loots. Gains us a life, which is helpful. We will discard Valakut Awakening. Play the Mountain. Stuffy Doll. Oh, who's the combo deck now? Pass the turn. All right. I mean, if we untap and resolve this Volcano Healing, it just wins. That is game. Opponent, run out the Luris, maybe? We'd be down with that. Opponent passes. I mean, we are going for it. Wow, we drew the sacrifice too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Volcano Healing. Target Stuffy Doll. 16 and down to 5 and then 16 to you. Oh, okay. Okay. That was... That was good. That was good. Maybe our hate cards will be enough. Run it back, try to do that again. Pray for the Chalices, pray for the Rest in Pieces, play for the Blood Moons. Those are the cards we need. Well, that was a pretty clean combo. A little bit of ramp, Stuffy Doll, Volcano Healing, easy breezy. I mean, if we can stop our opponent, this is a pretty good matchup just because, this hand. I think we mulligan. Oh god. Well, okay. This one we keep and we pray real hard. Real hard to the magic gods. Brash Toner to the bottom. Gotta hit that land. Gotta hit that land. Opponent, Watery Grave. Untapped. Aye! There goes the Rest in Peace. We do not draw land. We pass the turn. No! Oh, not looking good. Polluted Delta. Opponent cracks it. Steam Vents. Untapped. Wishclaw Talisman. Land, please. Well, that is technically a land. Land untapped. Cleansing Wildfire. Cycle. Get a Mountain. Another Gideon Sacrifice. Would be good if we had a creature, which we don't, but all right. Well, this is where things go poorly. Certain Visions. So this is where Lotus Field can come down, and we do not have a hate card. No Lotus Field yet. Opponent passes. Wow, this is so painful, but Cleansing Wildfire, draw a card. Shatter Skull Smashing tapped. We're just like desperately trying to find a hate card. About it. Cracks the Flooded Strand. Watery Grave. Tapped. So I think our opponent can win here. Maybe. I mean, I guess they do need to be able to win right away, because if they don't win right away, we can Wishclaw up a hate piece. About it. Oh, they have it. Okay. Yep. So Lotus Field. Opponent sacks everything. Wishclaw. All right. Now we kick back and hope for a miracle. Opponent, Twiddles. About it. Underworld Breaches. So opponents got their full combo. All I need is a way to keep putting cards in the graveyard in. And this is deterministically the win. So Thought Scour is just game. Twiddles. All right, well, this is it. Do you got the last piece? 6 manas. Wish. Okay, so that gets the last piece, and then our opponent this time did not punt and does have enough mana, and that's infinite. They can Thought Scour to fill the graveyard. They can keep untapping to make the mana, and then eventually Grape Shot or whatever for the win. All right, fair enough. I actually don't think that's that bad of a matchup. Like, we're never going to win game 1, but we do have a lot of hate cards after sideboarding. Only had 1 in hand on the mulligan, and our opponent had the Thought Seize. Next time. All right, against the odds time, we are trying to combo off with Stuffy Doll in Modern, and Sam doesn't look horrible. Luris, gets a lot more horrible if our opponent can Thought Seize away. All right, so opponent's playing Hamatom. All right, Valakut Awakening, go. Well, this is a bit obnoxious. Our opponent is probably going to end up drawing cards. Wouldn't mind drawing a land. Sanctifier and Vec. Opponent goes to combat, gets and hits us. Because I think we're going to have to Cleansing Wildfire ourselves. Yeah, yeah. Not excited about this, but yeah, you get to draw a card. Unfortunately, we get to draw a card in ramp. Oh, that Flake Stones would have been so much better earlier. Well, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Land. Give River Runes. Pure Steel Paladin. And Memnite. Okay, well, if our opponent has a hammer, we're gonna be in a scary spot. I'll play Flagstones. I really don't like letting our opponent draw cards, but 1, 2, 3, Celestis. You get to draw a card. Esper Sentinel's going off, and then Lightning Helix Pure Steel Paladin. Pass the turn. So our opponent doesn't have a way to equip yet, which is good. Ornithopter. Can Stuffy Doll save us? Stoneforge. 4. Hammer. Okay. Opponent with a big attack. No blocks. We untap. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stuffy Doll. Target you. Shatter Skull Smashing. Tapped. Hopefully we survive this turn. Hopefully they don't just top deck away to equip hammer or we're dead and we're going to regret not leaving up Gideon Sacrifice. All right, just a Memnite. That's fine. Gets the Lurus. So we're trusting that this Gideon Sacrifice is going to hilariously win us this game. Opponent goes attacking. We'll block Sanctifier. We drop to 9. We hit you for 2. Don't play a land. Pass the turn. Oh, this is kind of hilarious. Celestis flips. We get to loot and gain a life. Yes, please. Oh my god, there's Starve Extinction. All right, discard Celestis. I think we're good. I think we're actually good. Spray Wave drop, sure. Goes to combat. Attacks with everything. Block with Stuffy Doll. Lightning Helix, Giver of Runes. Pay the 1. All right, opponent gives it protection from colorless. That's fine. We'll pay the 1. Kill the giver. Gets pinged. Oh, I kind of wanna try to win with Gideon Sacrifice because it'd be so funny. I think we're gonna do it. I just think it's such a hilarious way to win. Opponent goes to 15. Because we could Starve Extinction, but I think not Starve Extinctioning is just way funnier. Opponent passes. I want to see the blowout. I know it's not technically correct. I know. We'll loot, discard Celestis, draw planes, play the planes, pass the turn. We're doing it. You can yell at me if you want that we didn't take the immediate win, but this is just such a funny way to win a game. Discard Fury. Okay, so what I'm expecting is our opponent getting back Pure Steel, equipping the hammer, attacking with everything, and us casting Gideon Sacrifice to kill our opponent. Like, that's part of the idea of this deck is we want our opponent to attack us. Because if they attack us, they get punished by Gideon Sacrifice. This is a kill we haven't seen yet. And it's much funnier than oh, they're not going to go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If our opponent's going to refuse to hammer time, then I guess we're just going to have to Starve Extinction them. We wanted the Gideon Sacrifice blowout, but we'll have to do the mini one. Gideon Sacrifice. Yes, we will pay the 1. We will choose Stuffy Doll. Hit us for all you got. So all the damage that hits us instead goes to Stuffy Doll, which kind of means all the damage opponent does to us actually goes to their own face. Down to 8. Stuffy Doll pig itself down to 7. Oh, do we just win or do we try to Gideon Sacrifice again for the memes? All right. I mean, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Our opponent decided not to equip the hammer, so Starve Extinction, pay the 1. And I guess we got him. Wow, they didn't play the hammer. They had the opportunity to play the hammer. Was our opponent playing around Gideon Sacrifice of all things? Ooh, good old Stuffy. 20 to the face. 20 to the face. Well, that was not the full Gideon Sacrifice blowout, but it was still pretty good. So Chalice of the Void, rest in peace in. Go down. Or Chalice of the Void, prismatic ending in. Going down, what? Actually, do we want to bring in Chalice of the Void? Chalice on 1 is good against our opponent's deck. What are we cutting, though? I guess we'd have to cut Gideon Sacrifice, which I'm not sure I want to do. Let's go down 2 Celestis. You know what? Maybe we don't Chalice. They're going to have answers for it anyway. Go down 2 copies of Celestis. We will bring in the prismatic endings. Go down 1 Star of Extinction and 1 Gideon Sacrifice. Now that our opponent knows about it, I think it gets worse. I mean, that was a good win, though. That was a really good win. All right, our opponent's on the play for game number 2, and well, we'll keep this. Removal spell into ramp, into Taunters and Stuffy Dolls. Seems fine. I mean, we got Stuffies for days and days. So make Canyon Esper Sentinel. Well, we will Flagstones, and this feels bad, but I think we just got to do it. Prismatic ending, you get to draw a card. This was a really good draw. Another Esper. Oh my god, opponent's gonna draw so many cards. Opponent passes. Play the tap land past the turn. I don't think we can let our opponent draw into more lands here. Well, they're going to hit him anyway. Sunbaked Canyon. Sigarda's, oh dear. Sigarda's Aid. Giver of Runes. Okay, we're not dead at least. Opponent hits us. Now we get to Fury, Exile. Wait, so one? I kind of want to keep the Brash Taunter, but I guess maybe we shouldn't. We do have 2 Stuffy Dolls. Brash Taunter is nice though because of the fight ability. If they put a hammer on something, it could just kill our opponent. So wait, we cleansing, let's think about this. We cleansing Wildfire. We destroy this. We get 2 more lands. We'll be at 3 lands. We'll be at 4 lands. All right, I think we need the smashing. So we're going to exile Brash Taunter, kill our opponent's 2 creatures. Cleansing Wildfire, Flagstones, get a land. And we drew a land anyway. Get a land, play a land, pass the dirt. Stoneforge Mystic, getting a hammer. Yup. Opponent passes, won't play the land. Stuffy Doll, go. This doesn't stop our opponent from killing us with a flyer. Sanctifier and Vec, paths. Well, get a land. Opponent gonna hit us, or not. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stuffy Doll. Target you. Shatter Skull Smashing tapped. Pass the turn. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Stoneforge. Oh, I think we gotta draw. Star of Extinction. Big attack. We will block the Sanctifier. There's the hammer. All right, this is it. We gotta win this turn or we're dead. Down to 8. Brash Taunter. That doesn't do it. Nope, Valakut Awakening. Bottom. Any order. Yeah. The problem is they can just trample over the Stuffy Doll with that Shadow Sphere. The Shadow Sphere is the issue, so we are so close. Do we have to bring in Chalice? Chalice on 1. It does protect against go down a Volcano Helion, go down a Volcano Helion, go down 1 Lightning Helix, and 1 Prismatic, 1 more Lightning Helix. Let's try it like that. I think we are going to bring in the Chalices. We might have to. It's annoying that it shuts down our Gideon Sacrifice, so ideally we want to be putting it on 0 against some of the Cascade combo decks, but shutting down Hammer's probably enough. Wow, this hand has a lot of what we want, but no lands. 1 land. Well, we got a mulligan. Oh god, the hand's even worse. Oh dear. Well, 3 cards to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Well, we're gonna need things to go well from here. Hi, the Moldifor on the play. About it. Esper Sentinel. Well, land. Chalice on 1. Opponent gets to draw a card, unfortunately. Go. Ink Moth Nexus hits us for 1. Well, land tapped, go. Getting to this Brash Taunter would actually be helpful. Land for our opponent. Sanctifier and Vec. That protection's annoying against Brash Taunter. Opponent hits us. We draw. 7 drop, go. Well, the Chalice is doing things, but gets the Luris. But because we had a mulligan so much, we just don't have the lands. Hits us, 50. Discards. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't even kill this with our Fury. Cleansing Wildfire, blow up the land, pay the 1, draw a card, see if we can hit a land drop. Maybe. All right, sort of. That works. Tap land, go. All right, well, I mean, 1 land from Brash Taunter. Oh boy. Ornithopter, okay. Evasion. Opponent gonna go attacking. Hit us. Oh, we really need a land. We really need a land. There's the Luris. Land, maybe? Untapped variety? All right, that works. Cascading Cataracts. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast a Fury. Kill Luris. Kill Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn. I mean, if we keep drawing lands, Brash Taunter, Star of Extinction hits us. Down to 10. Passes. Oh, go to combat. I guess we should have, maybe we should have Furied away this Ornithopter. Opponent takes it. I think we're just going to play Brash Taunter, though. Opponent blocks Brash Taunter. Pass the turn. Wow, sacks to draw. Well, I will say, the Chalice of the Void is doing what we were hoping it would do. That much is true. Like, that is, I think, keeping us alive here. Oh, another Sanctifier. Oh, come on, lands. Come on, lands. Come on, lands. Opponent gets and hits us. Down to 8. Discards to hand size. Land? That's a Flagstones. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fury. Hit the Brash Taunter. Hit you for 4. Attack with both. Opponent takes it to 11. If we draw an untapped land, we got it. But the problem is we're dying in 2 turns to the Sanctifiers. Opponent plays a land. Oh my goodness. It comes down to this. Can we draw an untapped land? That is the game. All wrapped up into a top deck. I mean, I guess the good news is they might not be able to attack with both because the Furies are such a fast clock. Oh, passing. Land off the top. Land off the top. They don't play Mana Tithe, do they? They don't play Mana Tithe. There's no way. We're going for it. If they Mana Tithe us and we lose to Mana Tithe, then fair. Oh no, I'm an idiot. We have Chalice of the Void. I don't even know what I'm scared of. We got the Chalice. Kill them all. Brash Taunter to the face. And nice try Hammer Time, but I only got one thing to say about that. One thing. And that is, you hit like a kobold. Woo! Sweet, sweet, sweet. So what did we learn this week about Stuffy Doll combo in Modern? And the deck was actually surprisingly effective. We went 3-2 in our video matches, which was actually 4-3 overall. There was another match we won against Goblins that I couldn't include because there were some issues with the video. There was another match we lost against Control where our opponent just literally countered everything we did. And Control is a pretty tough matchup when you're trying to resolve Stuffy Dolls and Starve Extinctions. Too many counters to really make the plan work. But overall, the deck was way better than I thought. It actually felt sort of weirdly, oddly competitive for a couple of reasons. One is we got good removal, so we can deal with the creatures that our opponent's playing. Another is decks just aren't prepared to deal with Brash Taunters and Stuffy Dolls. Being indestructible, costing 5 mana, so it's hard to hit with Prismatic Ending, means that a lot of decks just can't deal with them, and you play them, and they buy you a ton of time, and then eventually we find our combos to win the game, and all of our combos were successful. We got to see Starve Extinction, Stuffy Twin win games. We got to see Volcano Helion Janky out win games. We got to see the weird Gideon Sacrifice attack us for a bunch. We take the damage and then throw it back at your face by surprise. Super Fog win games. So all the combos were actually pretty successful. Our MDFCs really up the power. So I really like this deck. And as weird as it sounds, I actually think this deck is kind of like semi-competitive. I don't think it's the new like top tier in the meta, but Stuffy Doll and Brash Taunter combined with a bunch of combos and good removal was actually way better than I expected it to be. And the deck was actually pretty sweet. So it actually can win games. I can imagine someone taking this to a FNM and not running into Control a bunch of times. Control is admittedly a really miserable matchup for this deck, but I can imagine that happening and people actually having success with this and winning a bunch of games at your FNM and something. So more competitive than I expected Stuffy Doll to be. When you hear Stuffy Doll, you think jank, but when you actually play this deck, it functions surprisingly well. So that is Stuffy Doll combo. That's been Eric Gets Odds for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Did you enjoy today's Against Odds? Well, make sure to check out last week's episode where we headed to Modern to play some Curse Reanimator with Resurgent Belief.